Hey, this is Jeff. I'm Cole. We're here with Fair Wheel Bikes, and I guess we're a gravel bike channel now. Today we are building up a Look G85. Garrett just recently built up one of the Mogs, so we're going to kind of compare this to that today. So this is the Look G85's, is it Cezal? How do you say it? Cezal. It is named after some area in France. I could have looked that up, but I didn't. This is Look's first intro into some of the bigger tire clearance gravel bikes. I think a lot of inspiration for that comes from the fact that they now have one of the US gravel pros, Russell Finsterwald, riding these bikes. So this one just recently came out. We saw the likes of it kind of around Sea Otter time frame. This frame is 1285, so it's not the lightest frame, but it does clear a 50 millimeter tire, and then has internal storage and threaded bottom bracket. And one other thing for these is they are suspension corrected for up to 60 millimeters of travel if you were to put a fork on it. All right, so I'm gonna compare this a little bit to the Mog we built recently. One of the similar things that they have is they both have a 27.2 seat post. This seat post weighs 180 grams. A difference between this and the Mog is going to be that this bike has an internal clamp, so kind of the sandwich style clamps instead of an external one. So in theory, it's more aerodynamic. But mainly, we like these gravel bikes running 27.2 posts so that we can put a dropper on it. So a big reason why I'm comparing this to the Mog is because they're pretty equal in price range and spec. They both come in at approximately the $8,000 price range. We're doing a SRAM Force XPLR 13 speed, 1x 42 tooth chainring. Let's start putting it together. All right, Jeff's running the brake lines, and this fork that's going on here, this is the fork that comes with the bike, not any aftermarket or anything. It is 449 grams. So an important thing in a lot of these gravel bikes is this internal storage. This one has a little bit different of a feature that I haven't seen on many bikes before. This goes inside the frame. There's two areas that are gonna be channels for the brake lines, and then here's the bag that would go in. This actually rests on here, so you don't have to worry about it rattling around as much while it's inside of the bike. So it comes with Look's stem. It's not internally routed. And then the bars are some nice flared data bars. They are just kind of an aluminum bar. They're the Super Zero. This rider opted for a 42 mil wide. These are pretty cool bars where they have like a really nice amount of flare, if you can kind of see that in there. I will say that for the value at like just around 8,000, the MV does come with the one-piece bars. That are carbon, very aero. The Look could have completely internal cables. Here we'll have them run externally under the stem. We know this is a lot of stack. It's gonna go away when the rider gets a fit. We're leaving it on there until they kind of get looked over by our expert fitter here, and then we'll get that fork cut to their appropriate height. All right, so fulcrum wheels that come stock on these. These are a similar profile that you've seen with some other brands, but they are the two-wave rim. You'll see this as kind of an aero profile, And it also kind of adds stiffness in different areas of the wheel so that there's kind of like a lateral stiffness while you're standing and everything. These are holeless wheels, so you don't have to tape them when you set them up tubeless, which is pretty nice. But when you have to replace a spoke, it can be a little bit of a challenge. So these are going on next. So the wheels are on. The wheel set themselves were 1611 grams. And then the tires, they have these Hutchinson tires that it came with. These are the Touareg. Kind of like a more packed in tread profile for it. Directional. 45 is the tire size. Here's the G85 all built up. Our expert mechanic, Jeff, just finished wrapping this one up. Couple things that'll still need to be done. Needs to be set up tubeless. Obviously, we're going to be taking off some of this stack once the rider gets a little more familiar with the bike and gets their fit kind of dialed in. Excited to see that Look finally has a gravel bike that has some tire clearance. We're not really pushing the tire clearance with this bike, though, with it sitting at 45s. So let's weigh it. See how it came out, see where it's at. I'm thinking we're probably going to be like right at 18 with this one. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. 19.38 pounds. Kgs, we're looking at 8.78, 8.80. So definitely not the lightest gravel bike out there, but a pretty good value. We get all kinds of different Look bikes. If you want something like this or any other gravel machine for you, just reach out. Emails are in the description. Phone number's online. You know how to get there.